It is January 1st, 2021. It's a new year, right? It's hella snowing outside today. And we're back on the casting couch. So, in the past, I have talked about the importance of family and the relationship between a daughter and her father, right? How important that relationship is. And you should be asking the woman that you're on a date with or you're trying to mess around with what her relationship is like with her father. I was talking to my mother this morning, and she brought up a very, very, very important point, and it got me thinking that man, it kind of overlaps with what I say about family background and what her background is, what her family's background is, how she was raised, and all that. She showed. Oh, by the way, my mother and I were from a third world country on the eastern side of the world, and I'm also mixed, but my mom's side is from that side of the world, and she mentioned that in that culture, in her culture, when a young boy and a girl both are growing up, what they're seeing is the nuclear family. They're seeing that the father goes out, gets the bacon, brings it back home, while the mother is staying home, cooking, cleaning, raising the kids. The typical nuclear family. And she then said that when a kid is seeing that while he or she is growing up, it subconsciously leaves a seed in the back of their head. And I said, man, this is a great freaking video topic. Right, fellas? The reason why we're seeing modern women acting the way they are is because that's what they saw their mother do. That's what they saw their grandma most likely do, or most likely supporting them for what they're doing. And their fathers and the father figure, quote unquote, in the family is not saying anything about it. They're seeing that the men in their family are okay with it, are not objecting to it, they're not saying anything bad about it. So they're thinking, the women are thinking, modern women are thinking that, oh, this is how all men should act like. If my father is not telling me that what I'm doing is wrong, if my brother's okay with it, if my cousins don't give a shit about it, then why wouldn't this guy who I'm dating think the same? If he doesn't think the same, if he is a red pill aware man or if he's a Zeekpeak type of dude, that means something's wrong with him. Who raised him? Who hurt him? That's when you get these shaming tactics. It all goes back to the society and the family. You have to, I can't put enough emphasis on this. You have to look at a woman's background, meet her mother, meet her family, and go on from there. You have to see how her sisters are like, right? Get their sisters' Facebook, Instagram. Go see what kind of pictures her sisters are posting. If she has sisters and her sisters are hoeing and thotting, most likely she's going to turn out to be like one too. Just notice next time you are with a girl on a date or you run into some girl on Instagram or whatever. Just look at her family on her Instagram, or if she has sisters or friend circle even, and look at their Instagram. You'll see they all have a similarity. They're all hoeing and thotting. You will never see one girl who's like the Virgin Mary type of a girl in the group and the rest of them are just skanks. You'll never see that. Birds of a feather flock together. Right? So, even today, on that side of the world, things are like that. The patriarchy, right? Quote unquote patriarchy, that's still going on in that side of the world and it's working beautifully. They're not as depressed as how women are here. The society is not as feminized how it is here. The men actually have a backbone and they're actually masculine. They can actually stand up for themselves. And yeah, granted that some men on that side of the world do end up abusing women, and I don't advocate on that either. I don't support that. They're too much power on either side is bad. When you have too much power, now you have corruption. Now you have invincible type of mentality, right? Nobody's invincible. But anyways, that's what we're seeing in today's society, fellas, is that When a woman is growing up, she's seeing that not only that her father is going out to get the bacon, to get the money, to do his job, we're also seeing that the mother is also going out. She's also working, doing her job. She also had a college degree, right? Her mother is drinking wine with her best friends. Her mother is going on trips with her best friends, with her mother's friends, obviously. Her mother is having some sort of input in all the important decisions. And not only that she's trying to assist the father, she's in fact insisting the father while it comes to making the decision. See, a woman's job is never to insist in your life, as a wife, as a mother, whatever. It's always to assist. And you can only expect that from a woman when you, as a man, have your shit together. Other than that, nobody's going to respect you enough to even get along with your program. If you're a broke dude, or if you're making less money than your woman is, why would she even respect you to the point where she's gonna be okay with the fact that you make all the decisions and she's just there to assist and not insist, and that you have the last call? Why would she respect that? She wouldn't. But oh, a young girl is seeing all that. So is the young boy. So that's why when boys and girls are growing up, they think this is normal. A woman acting like a man is normal. And that's why when a guy like me comes in with this kind of message or other red pill content creator message and say that this is the reason why boys are more feminized, why women are cock hoppers and depressed, depression rates are going up, suicide rates are going up, divorce rates are going up, marriage rates are dropping, childbirth rates are dropping, single motherhood rates are going up. When I say that this is the reason why this is all happening, they think I'm crazy. Who the hell heard this dude? When in reality, all of these are the underlying reasons that nobody wants to talk about. Why would they? Feminism, right? It's gonna hurt feminism. Capitalists don't want that. Feminism is actually helping capitalists out. They go hand in hand, fellas. Feminism and capitalism. I'm not saying I'm against capitalism. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm just saying they go hand in hand because the main purpose behind putting feminism out in society was so that women go out into the workforce and they work to be strong and independent, right? What's that doing? When you have that much more workers in the workforce, now you don't have to pay your labor as much. Supply and demand 101. I'm no expert in economy, but hey, we all know about this simple supply and demand rule, right? So that's why the rest of that profit is going straight into the capitalist pocket. So that's why they favor feminism, because it's helping them out. It's getting them more money. So it's very unfortunate that this is the time we're living in, fellas, and more women are going to go down this path, starting in 2021 and moving forward. But it's our job as men to make sure that we are taking advantage and adapting to this new system. All this to say, just so you're armed when you're dealing with women. That's it. As men, we know, we overcome so many different obstacles, whatever obstacles thrown at us, right? We can endure the pain of losing our job, losing money, going bankrupt, going broke, and bouncing back out of that, and not giving up, and staying focused, staying determined, staying motivated. But as soon as the wrong woman comes into our life, we start thinking with the wrong head. Or any woman in that matter comes into our life, we start thinking with the wrong head. All these years of hard work that we put in goes right out the window, just because some woman said that, oh, I want to move in and I want to have your kids, knowing that this kid might just ruin your life because now you're a slave to the system, to the government's child support system, and the woman has you by your balls. She can toy you around right and left, take you to child support court anytime, ask for more money, say that you shouldn't see your kids. All sorts of drama go into that. We all know this, right? because that's what we men are taught, is that from a very early age, is that while we're growing up, this is normal. Dating a single mother is normal. Having a kid while the laws are so fucked up against us is normal. They have to make us, they have to teach us that, right? They have to make us believe that. Why? Because if they don't, then men are gonna start opting out of marriage, which we already are. Men are gonna start opting out of having kids. That's going to cripple the society when you don't have population to back your taxes up to keep the economy running. Because we all know women spend most of the money in the economy. They're impulsive shoppers. Where are they getting this money from? From their man. They're not they're not spending that much money off their own, fellas. When a woman is dating a guy, she saves her money, even if she's making it, and she spends some other dudes. The guy who she dating. Now I know some asshole's gonna come in here and say, "Oh, I'm not that woman. I am strong and independent. I do all my own." Good for you. I'm talking about the vast majority of women, not outliers here. All my videos are directed towards the vast majority, towards the average man and woman, not outliers. I don't know how many times I gotta keep saying that till my face turns blue. Like somebody always comes in here, throws some shit like that. Like, dude, okay, great. Have a good life now. Get the fuck out of my channel. But anyways, so that's what we're seeing, fellas. You know, I was scrolling on Snapchat the other day on Snapchat stories, the advertised stories, and it showed that a woman is twerking or dancing to that WAP song, right? WAP song, WAP song, by Cardi B, and she has a camera sitting on the floor, and she's about to get on the ground and start grinding, and her kid, who's crawling, can't even walk yet, is on diaper, comes in front of the camera and is doing what the mom is doing. I don't know if the kid was a girl or a boy. Looked like a girl kid. But that's what the kids start to do. Like, this kid is probably 2 years old at max. And this kid is grinding on the floor right now because that's what the kid sees the mom do. And that's the number one reason why our society, why the modern women in the society is falling. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse. When you think that hoeing yourself out on Instagram just for some likes, when you think that creating OnlyFans, I don't even want to talk about OnlyFans. That's a different tier of hoes right there, right? When you're hoeing yourself out on Snapchat, Premium, all these other platforms, and you think that's normal, you think that's what you're supposed to be doing because everybody is doing that, you don't even know the alternative to that, you think that's how your life should be, I have no hope for you. You're going to get more and more miserable. You have to get more and more miserable. It's inevitable unless you make a drastic change in your life. And I know most women don't do that. Most pretty women don't do that. Why would they? They're getting all this attention right and left. And attention is like money to women. Why would they? Exactly. Man, it's a rough time out here, right? Save your money, fellas. Save your money. Work on yourself. Invest on yourself. Don't on these hoes. That, when I say don't invest on these hoes, I'm not saying that stay away from women altogether. That don't hang out with them. Don't pump and dump. Don't sleep around with them. Don't enjoy your life. No, I'm not saying any of that. Women are giving out their pussy like it's free candy. Throwing it out like Halloween candy, like trick-or-treating candy. Anybody who comes in and knocks on their door, they'll give it out to them. So obviously you're gonna have some physical needs and you're gonna need to take care of it. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Have fun with it. Be smart about it. Don't chase. Don't invest too much. Keep your investments very, very, very low. And always remember your main purpose, your main goal, which is not women, which is what you're doing with your life. That's the only answer I got for you, fellas, because today's generation of girls are gonna become the next generations of mothers. So what do you think their daughters are going to do? Exactly my point. That's why you have to make sure you do your research on the family first before anything else if you're thinking about a long-term relationship with a woman or marriage or whatever. Even when I'm talking to a girl like just for a one night hookup, I casually bring that conversation up. So what do your parents do? Oh, cool. Your dad's pretty chill. You guys get along. Like I casually bring that up. What's your mom do? Oh, what's she like? Okay, because that's the conversation keeps going. You know, she talks more when a woman talks more to you, she feels more comfortable with you. And instead of talking about frivolous, random bullshit, you're getting information out of her. Information that you need to know to keep yourself safe. So, yeah, fellas, family is where it starts. That's the first educational institution. Family. Every single one of us learn whatever we learn today, or at least some of it, is from the family. Either some of us took a lot out from our family, or took a small portion of lesson from our family. But we learned something from our family, fellas. I promise you that. And a girl's life is very, very, very dependent, pretty much till the age of 25. Very dependent, even after that. Very, very, very dependent on her family, especially if she has a father, is dependent on him. Because women are groupies, they're group-minded individuals. They're going to do what they're saying that the other people are doing. I'm just repeating myself right now, right? Is that when they see that they're doing all these honus and their father is still there supporting them, this is what life is supposed to be. Again, I'm just repeating myself. So you'll see that that's why family lessons is that much more important for a woman, because she's more dependent on her family than a boy is. When a boy finally starts to realize that, man, nobody's really out here for me. No, none of these girls are giving me any time of the day unless I'm somebody, unless I become somebody. Then they start to become more and more independent and do their own thing. But women, they don't need to do any extra work. They're already getting their college paid for. They're already getting all the attention in the world. They're already getting all the food and gas and phone and first car and everything paid for by their parents. So why would they? Life is great for them. Freaking awesome. And that keeps them dependent in that environment, in that comfort zone with her family. I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. I'm not saying that at all. But just letting you know what's out there. Women don't even realize what reality is, because they always live in a fairy tale world, because they're getting everything they want handed to them until the age of 25, because that's when their looks start to go to shit. Their parents are getting old as hell. They probably can't even work as much to pay for all her bullshit. And that's when she finally starts to realize that, man, these dudes really wanted me just for my looks, huh? And my time is running out, huh? That's when you'll see them panic and put on their Tinder profile. Oh, I'm dating for a purpose. Dating with a purpose. Don't hit me up if you don't want to date me. Swipe how you vote. I saw that the other day. Like, what, bitch? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I can go on and on and on for this, but we all know this, fellas. This is information that I told you guys about in the past, but nobody really talks about how important family is in the red pill community. This is probably the most important thing. And the reason I understand the reason why people don't want to talk about the family as much is because this is the family, this is the modern average family. Most families are like this, where the woman has all the where the woman has equal power as the man. She goes on and gets the bacon. And also, uh, and that's why when you have an average norm being like this, where most of the families are like this, there's no point talking about it, right? That's why I feel like a lot of guys avoid this topic, or they probably simply don't even know about it, or doesn't put too much thought into it. And that's when it becomes that much easier to spot a diamond in the rough, a girl who is probably 7 or 8 in looks and is extremely feminine, been raised how she was supposed to be raised, and she just stands out like that. She's shining among all these hoes. It's that simple. But another thing before I end the video about boys growing up and seeing this is that when they're growing up and seeing this, that the women are doing what the men are supposed to be doing, these boys now don't have an initiative to improve their life. That's why we see so many more losers who are guys that don't want to change their lifestyle. They just want to flow through the uh, through the flow. Go with the flow. They just want to go with the flow, right? Because they're seeing that, man, I don't need to try too hard to make a lot more money than what I'm doing now. Why? Because the woman I'm dating or the woman I'll be married to will be making money too. So together, we're gonna grow together. Together, we're gonna have a lot of money together. He doesn't have red pill knowledge because that's what he saw his parents do. Right? Together, they paid all the bills, took care of all the groceries and all the expenses. So that's what he thinks that he should be doing. And now he doesn't have an initiative, a reason to get better. Just average is good enough for him because that's what he saw his dad be. That's what he saw his mom be. Think about it, fellas. Just think about it. The kids, the new generation of women, the new generation of young boys and girls are literally growing up to be how their parents were. It's no shock. It's no shocker, fellas. It's no coincidence. Hope this video made sense. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.